Hello, what's up guys? We're back for our third PS2 collection video. So I wasn't actually going to upload one as soon as this because it hasn't been that long since the last one, to be honest, so I wanted to leave it a bit longer. But there's a load of games I want to play out of this next, not collection, what am I trying to say? These next games I'm about to show you, a lot of them I wanted to play, so I didn't want to leave it too long kind of thing to do the video. So once I've done a video on them, showing them off on camera, I can then start playing them, because I wanted to do them as a collection video first before playing any of the games, if that makes sense. So yeah, and the other reason I burnt my hand on the oven, so I wanted that to heal up a bit. Because I thought I didn't really want that being on video, but if I point it out, I've done it there as well, and there. So sorry about that. Looks a bit gross, but yeah. So I thought I'd wait for that to heal up, but I couldn't wait. So here we are. So okay, let's get straight into it. First game. What have we got? Evolution skateboarding. So I did have this years ago, and I remember it being like, you know, if you compare it to Tony Hawk's, it's not brilliant. I might have to start zooming in with this as well, just so we can look at the back cover a bit better. So, oh yeah, it's all in, oh no, I thought it was all in German then. No, I think it is all in German. Weird. But I think the game will be English. But yeah, so I had this back in the day, and I thought it was pretty good. Like, it is very different to Tony Hawk's, but they've got some really cool elements in it. Like you can see there, you're skating in Metal Gear Solid 2, because it's made by Konami, yeah. So we'll get into that at some point, but that's really fun. Like I say, like maybe don't compare it to Tony Hawk's, but for its own skating game, it's not bad. So we'll do the same as last time, put these in the corners to fill up the screen. So, next, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I had this on, well, I've still got it actually, on Xbox 360. I never played it on PlayStation 2, but I think they're more or less the same. I mean, even the back covers are literally the same, like exactly the same. So, apart from maybe a bit graphically, they're pretty much the same game. So, yeah. Didn't open the case on this one, did I? Oh yeah. That's the inside of that one. So, yeah, and Tony Hawk's Wasteland, this one I thought had the most elements from this era of Tony Hawk's games, like kind of counting Tony Hawk's 3, Tony Hawk's 4, Underground and Underground 2. And then this one, like it had the most elements to it that they'd added in, kind of thing. And then after that, once they went to, was it Project 8 they did next? Whichever one they went to next, that's where they kind of rebooted, I guess, in a sense. They sort of rebooted it. That one's got a lot of cool elements. Like you can get off your board, obviously. There's probably only one or two things they add from Underground 2. It's hard to explain what it is, but maybe when I do a playthrough I'll show you. I'll point it out what it is, like, that they've added. So, Prince of Persia. Yeah, I did have this. I don't remember getting hugely far in it, but I remember it being really fun. One of those games where it was a really good story and a really good game. It was just maybe frustrating or hard to progress, in a sense. And I only ever played this one, I think, because there's 3 of them, but I only ever played the first one, I believe. But that was alright. So we'll give that a go. I mean, all of these we'll give a go. We'll be playing them at some point. Right, this one. A lot of these games I've literally just bought because of interest. I've never played them or never even seen anything on them often. So that's part of the reason I've bought some of these games. But yeah, so we've got this one, Largo, Winch. Empire Under Threat. So, let's have a look. Become Largo Winch, the billionaire in blue jeans, and discover the dangerous and intriguing world of business in this adventure without limits. So I had no idea what this is about, to be honest, but piracy cases and a murder shake-up. What? A murder shake-up the W group. Manage the W group. Travel to Mexico, New York, Sardinia, I can't pronounce that, Sarajevo, and Russia on the trail of your enemies. Explore, infiltrate, and solve mysteries to uncover the plot against you. Yeah, so no idea what this is about really, but it looks like it might be quite interesting. Yeah. So not there's much going on, and I won't go through the manuals too much, but and there's not terribly a lot going on in there, to be fair. Did I show? I can't remember if I showed. Just show the insides of the boxes as well. So I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, so that's those. What we got next? Tarak. I can't remember if I've ever played this or not. But I think maybe I played one on 360 fairly recently. I might be wrong there, but I was actually having quite a lot of fun. Because you don't get many games where you're just like going around in first person and there's dinosaurs about. So it was quite fun. Like I say, I think that was on 360 I played that one. So yeah. There's the case. I thought that was Arnie then. Looked like Terminator for a second. So yeah, that's should be quite fun to give a go. Ooh. That one there. Right. This one's quite interesting. Pool Master. So yeah, just a game on pool. Which I imagine is roughly like, it's a bit tattered. It's roughly like the game in San Andreas, I was thinking, when you can play snooker or pool in that. It looks, yeah, it looks kind of similar to that kind of thing. I'm not really like massively into snooker or pool or anything, but I thought this would be quite fun just for a game. And it's nice to have some games where it's a bit more relaxing, like whether it's a quiz game or turn-based, but something like this where it's just a bit more relaxing, you know, you don't have to worry about dying all the time, that kind of thing. So, just... Oh, they're not quite making it to the edges, but that'll do. Right. SmackDown. Yeah. Yeah, funny enough, I'm not that much into wrestling, but I do actually have a few wrestling games. Pretty much all on N64. I've got about 4 of them. And this one as well. I think I remember playing this one briefly on PS1. I think they had SmackDown on PS1, didn't they? So, and they can be quite fun, like a wrestling game now and then. I got a feeling I wouldn't really be that good at them, or would have to really get used to how to play them, maybe, but maybe it'd be fine. That should be quite fun. Give that a go. Right, so next, Sims. Yeah, I remember getting this when I was down in Cornwall one summer, and buying this from the local game store. I thought it was really good actually, or at least it was on par, I would say, or good enough compared to the original PC version. You know, you could still do everything you wanted, build everything you wanted, and all that. So I thought it was really fun. And like I say, for the limitations of the PS2 at the time, I thought it actually stood up pretty well. So this is quite fun. So I'll definitely be doing one of this. Might be a fairly long video, because you can't play a Sims game very quickly, to be fair. But yeah, it's got a bit dark here. Right. This one I always remember seeing, but I never actually played or never bought. Even I remember even years ago seeing it really cheap in the end, is Oni. So yeah, I remember seeing this, but not ever playing it. But I think it could be quite fun. Sort of a third person. I'm not sure if it's hack and slash as such, just a third person game with guns and stuff, and future based. Oops. Sorry about all the zooming in and out, but it does help just to focus like on the back and stuff a bit more. Very neat. Yeah, lots of different guns and stuff. So that'll be an interesting one to see because I saw it so much back in the day, but yet never actually played it. Right, Dead or Alive 2. I did have this one, and I thought it was a pretty good fighting game actually. I mean, unless you're really into those kind of games, those fighting games I don't think last a huge amount. I suppose they could, but they don't tend to last a huge amount of time because it's the same thing, isn't it? Like sort of over and over again. But if you like that kind of thing, then yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I remember it might not have been one of the best, whatever you call them, just fighting games, side-on fighting games, but it's definitely, I thought it was pretty good. So we'll play that sometime. Yes. Right, so okay, this one is next. Star Wars Battlefront, the first one on PS2. So yeah, I got this dirt cheap, but I don't know if it's actually all online. I don't know if there's a story mode to this. Probably why I got it so cheap, because you're not going to be playing this online, I don't suppose. It does seem very online based. But yeah, that's Star Wars Battlefront. Don't know where I'm getting Star Wheels from. Oh yeah, so this one next, because I thought this was really interesting. Do you remember these? The demo discs that you used to get with the magazines? So this is really interesting. I kind of thought to myself, why didn't I get more of these? Because then I could have just done more games within one disc kind of thing. Even though it's just demos, a lot of the games I've been playing, it's almost as if I'm playing a demo disc, because I only tend to play the first sort of half hour, an hour of a game, maybe. So, and this is number 1, apparently, which I was a bit surprised about. Is this the first demo disc that ever came out for the PS2? I'm guessing it must be. And it says, so you got game footage that you can look at and stuff. Playable demo disc, yeah. I don't know if it's only those two that they're giving us to play. Oh, playable demos, World Champion Snooker and Lotus Challenge. I thought there was more games they gave you than just 2. That's a bit odd. No. Oh yeah, playable 002. That's confusing. 001. So yeah, I don't know what's actually playable on this, but I thought I'd give that a go anyway. Something different. If you remember those discs. Oh, it says demo 11 there. So how is it? Oh, to be fair, it might be a different disc that's been put in a different case. So it might not be number 1. But hey, we'll give that a go because I thought that'd be really interesting. And I have quite a good memory of playing some demo discs. Probably when we not long had the PlayStation 2. So therefore you kind of only had demo discs to an extent. Or like it was easier to get a demo disc because you get it with a magazine as opposed to actually having to go and buy the games. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense there. But I think with the PS2 we got a demo disc with the actual system as well. So that's probably why I ended up playing those demo discs quite a lot. Going on about that a bit long. But yeah, we had a demo disc where I remember it had Blade on it and Dark Cloud, Ghost Recon, and yeah, like all games that I never really actually got as a complete game, but I've got quite a lot of memories just from playing the demo disc. So yeah. So next, Jumanji. Yeah. So this will be quite interesting. It's just the board game of Jumanji, really, put into a game. So I don't know what I'm expecting from this. It looks, I guess, fairly basic and kind of like mini games type thing. It's made by that company. That they made a lot of, I guess, budget games. I think Blast. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like it's a lot of mini games and stuff. But it'd still be cool if it kind of shows off what the actual Jumanji game is supposed to be like. So, yeah, booklet and a disc. I think it's a blue disc by the looks of it. Yeah, blue disc. So yeah, give that one a go. Right. So next, bam. So yesterday I just did the Legend of Jack Sparrow on PS2, and I thought it was quite enjoyable. It's sort of fairly basic, I guess, in terms of combat and that, but I quite enjoyed it, so I'm quite looking forward to this one. And I've also got this on Xbox 360, so I'll either do it on PS2 or Xbox 360, or possibly both, but I don't know if I'll do both. So yeah. Well, the back's a bit different to the 360 version. Yeah. I think they've taken the same dynamic as the first one, where you just play as Jack or Will or Elizabeth. Yeah, there we are. So you play as those three. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that one. Ooh. There's the disc. Yeah. And there's that one. Oh, I remember having this one. GTC Africa. I'm sure I had this years ago, and I think it was a pretty good rally game. There's tons of these, obviously, rally games in any generation of console, to be honest. Yeah, thought this was quite fun, I seem to remember. And we'll do a video on that. Just, yeah, rally in Africa. That'll be fun. Okay, right. This next one, I don't think I ever owned, or maybe I did briefly, I'm not sure. It's really good condition, this case as well, this copy. State of Emergency, if anyone remembers this. This was one of those where I only remembered it when it came up on Amazon, sort of thing. I was like, oh yeah, God, I remember that game. I think you just go out and cause riots, basically, and yeah, you just go out and cause as much damage as you can, I believe. Kind of, well, I don't know why I'm comparing it to Crazy Taxi, because it's nothing like Crazy Taxi, but just that kind of setup, you know, where, well, Crazy Taxi, you've got to go around and make as much money as you can. This, you've got to go around and make as much destruction as you can, or cause as much damage, which is to do with money, but yeah, different, obviously, a little bit. This next one I'm intrigued with, because I do love my trains. Extreme Express. So yeah, this is a train racing game. So it's quite cool. It looks like it hasn't got steam trains in it by the looks of it. It's mainly just diesel, electric, and that kind of thing, trains. But I was really intrigued with it. So yeah, you just race trains. I don't know how it works. It doesn't look like you're on rails. Well, you kind of are there, and you're not there. So yeah, I had no idea how this works. But it'd be quite fun, I think. 80 trains to unlock. Wow. 10 courses. See, 10 courses doesn't seem a lot when you've got 80 trains but only 10 courses. And it's 2-player as well, split screen. Yeah, so I thought that was just an interesting one. I'd love to do Train Simulator at some point as well, and give that a go. So yeah, thought that'd be fun to try. Right. Oh, this one came sealed, but I don't think it looks brand new, but I think it's been refurbished. but it is Shogun's Blade. This is another type of game that I do quite like playing. It's like a ninja or a samurai. There's not a huge amount of games I've actually played, but all the ones I have I've usually quite enjoyed, where you're a samurai or that kind of thing. Doesn't seem to give much away on the back. I'm not even sure. Oh, it looks quite good actually. Bit like that Dynasty Warriors, is that right? I think it looks a bit like that. So yeah, and it's sealed as well. Like I say, I don't think this is new. I don't think this is that it's never been opened, because I got this pretty cheap actually. It's only about a tenner, I want to say. So the fact that it's sealed, yeah, it's interesting. Sorry, my finger keeps getting in the bottom of the shot every time I'm zooming in and out. Right, next game. Thunderbirds. I'm guessing this is, well, be quite a kid-orientated game, I guess, in a sense. I don't think there'll be that much going on. And is it made by that Blast again? It looks, yeah, it is. Yeah, they seem to. You can almost tell when it's one of their games. Sort of thing. It's a lot of this. I don't know. Looks a bit more child-friendly, kind of covers, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I don't know what goes on in this game particularly, but I thought it might be quite fun. There'll be some kind of emergency and we've got to save the day. But I don't know how it works, I really don't. I've got a feeling like you're looking over the map and you'll select things. I don't think you actually take control in like third person or first person, that kind of thing. So yeah, Thunderbirds. So we'll give that a go. Purely just on being so intrigued, wondering what it's like, sort of thing. Right, what we got next? Boom. World Super Police. I looked up a video of this. I can't remember what it was you were doing particularly, but you're basically just chasing people down, I think. Not 100% sure, but yeah, more or less, it's like a chase game in a sense, I think. There's disc and booklet. So yeah, that's all I know really from that game, is that you I think you're just chasing criminals, more or less, as a basic overview. Right. Boom. Silent Scope. So this is a, well, just sniper-based game, obviously. I seem to remember this. I don't know if it was in arcades or something at one point. So yeah. Silent Scope. That's cool, the way they've done the disc. Use the hole in the middle as a way to do the, what was it, the, what do you call it? Just the aimer thing in snipers, the scope. So yeah, it's all, I don't know if it's kind of, now that I think about it, it's a bit sort of like Time Crisis, that kind of thing, but just with sniper, because it looks it, or like on rails. It looks very on rails type thing. They can run, but they can hide, and then you've got all these characters. What's going on with that? So yeah, I believe that's what it is. It'll be a kind of on rails, possibly even light gun type game. That's quite cool. This one I'm quite intrigued by, just for a bit of fun really. Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. There's a lot of Scooby-Doo games out there on PS1, PS2, I think even Xbox. Not 100% sure, but yeah, there's loads of them. And maybe they're probably a bit hit and miss, or you know, they're mainly fun for kids, I guess. A bit more simple as a game, but I think it could be quite fun. I did quite like Scooby-Doo. It wasn't like it was one of my favourite cartoons or anything, but it's always a bit of fun, isn't it, Scooby-Doo? Yeah, so that one will be fun to give a go, I reckon. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a lot of games here. So that's why I wanted to get the video done, because there's quite a lot of these I want to play. Even though I've got loads, I still need to get round to playing from previous videos, collection videos. But yeah. Right, so next we have Battle Construction Vehicles. So this is basically well, kind of like, I don't know why I'm thinking Robot Wars, but that kind of thing, you know, you're just battling it out in different construction vehicles. So I thought that'd be quite fun. Something different. And I like that kind of thing, you know, destructive elements and just battling, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's that one. Okay, next, just found. It's another demo disc. I didn't realise I had two of these actually. Come on, focus. Yeah. Oh, I don't know where the other one. Oh, it's over there. I just wondered if they were the same. Yeah, they are. Just PlayStation 2 official magazine. So yeah, looks like you can play Killzone on that one. Don't know what else. Oh, you can play all them, I think. Killzone, Pro Evolution, Soccer 4, Obscure, Rocky Legends, and Sly 2, Band of Thieves, which I'm really interested actually with that, because Sly 1 and 2, Sly Raccoon, they're really expensive, so as there's a demo there, that might be really cool. Because I think literally those games are like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60 quid online, so being able to get even a demo of it would be pretty ideal. So I always wanted to try the Sly Raccoon games. I think even when they were around sort of thing and came out, they were quite expensive, or never went down in price. So next one is a big one. It's a big one. Yeah, finally showing you Kingdom Hearts. Although I used to have a copy and then I just sold it years ago. I've still got my original copy of the second one, so I bought this. But this is obviously an American copy, I think, because their greatest hits have got this red, which you never see in England. And plus, it's got its own spine as well, not just white. So I think they had greatest hits and we had platinum, I'm guessing, because we never had PlayStation 2 greatest hits. And the back cover looks a bit different. It looks more like a DVD than a game kind of thing. But yeah, literally one of, if not my favourite game ever. Quite potentially. I absolutely adore Kingdom Hearts. I still haven't completed the third, actually, because my hard drive died, so got halfway through the game and then I would have had to have restarted it. But I will do that at some point. Oh wow, look at that. Awesome. Yeah, just stuff in the booklet. Which apparently the Platinum and Greatest Hits ones, apart from the front cover here, are printed in black and white to save money. Whereas the actual game would be printed in colour, I believe. I don't know if that's actually true, but yeah. So yeah, I absolutely love Kingdom Hearts. So I will probably get around to trying to do a video on the games eventually. Literally, I remember being in school and at lunchtime you could go to the library and you could just go on the computers for a bit, which I often did, just scan the internet, that kind of thing, kill time. But they also had a few magazines, and they had like some PS2 magazines, and I remember for like weeks, I think, going to the library at lunch, getting this PS2 magazine because I had an article on Kingdom Hearts, and I didn't have the game by that point, but I was just constantly reading it, thinking, wow, this game's so amazing, and then eventually getting it. So yeah, so Did a pirate game yesterday. We just did Pirates of the Caribbean, Legend of Jack Sparrow. We've also got that one to come around to. But I got this one, which I remember seeing game footage of years and years ago. And I remember wanting it like all those years ago, but I never played it or never got it. But it's, yeah, the Legend of Black Cat. That's funny, we just had the Legend of Jack Sparrow, now we've got the Legend of Black Cat. So it's a lady pirate. And yeah, I just thought it'd be quite fun to have a little playthrough. Anything pirate or western-y games, I thought might be quite cool, quite fun. So yeah, not much more to say on that, but we'll definitely give that a go. For sure. Right. Okay, actually, I've got quite a few of these, so we're going to go through these now. Oh, saying that, I think I might have already done this on one of my videos. Yeah, I think I did this on the first PS2 video. But yeah, we've got Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, I did do this because I remember saying I got it at Christmas from my brother on GameCube. And we played that. Yeah, it was really fun. Bit more child-friendly kind of thing. I mean, all the games are really child-friendly for Harry Potter, but this was one where it was a bit more cutesy kind of thing. And then I thought I'd just get these out of the way. Not because I want to get them out of the way, but I thought we might as well do them in sequence kind of thing. So next, got Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban. So that's the third movie game, where it starts to get a little bit more darker. And perhaps less sort of, I mean, obviously it's still focusing it on using the eye toy and stuff for the kids there. And generally they're kids films, aren't they, really? But yeah, this is where it starts to get a bit darker, like with Dementors and stuff. So yeah, that's Prisoner of Azkaban. I can't remember if I've got them in order. I can't remember what order they go in, but next we've got Order of the Phoenix. Yes. So you can see it went from being all cartoony in the first two, I would say, to going more with a realistic look kind of thing. Maybe with the graphics as well. At the time they realised they could do more and more sort of, you know, realistic looking games as opposed to having to go the cartoon route. That's Goblet of Fire. Oh no, sorry, that was Order of the Phoenix. This is Goblet of Fire. And some of these are on Xbox as well. Xbox 360. I believe. Well, I'm not sure which ones actually. Maybe Order of the Phoenix, Goblet of Fire, and Half-Blood Prince, I believe, maybe are on 360. And PS3, maybe. Yeah, so Goblet of Fire. Ooh. Half-Blood Prince. But yeah, like I say, I can't remember. After about the fourth film, I can't remember what the order is in terms of the games or the books or the films kind of thing. So yeah. That's that one. And then, yeah, after that I think the Deathly Hallows, the last game, was on Xbox 360. But we'll look into that. Yeah, well, I'll look into getting that as well and doing that eventually. So yeah, Quidditch World Cup as well. This was quite fun. I think it was relatively easy. It was either that it was easy or the games didn't last all that long. But it was like really fun actually. I remember actually really enjoying this back in the day. For a made-up sport, it worked really well in the game. Obviously it's a made-up sport because they're on brooms, aren't they? So yeah. I don't know if that's supposed to be Malfoy. I don't think so. But maybe that's supposed to be Malfoy. Yeah. Yeah, that was quite fun. I thought. I can't remember if they did any other Harry Potter games that weren't based on the films. Oh yeah. Not sure how this one will be, but Looney Tunes Space Race. So it's a racing game on space type vehicles, I'm guessing. Should be quite fun. Zoom in. Yeah. Sort of cell shaded or just cartoony look. Works quite well, it looks like. Yeah. Looks like you're all on rockets or something. Actually, he's on a carrot, isn't he, there? Yeah. Yeah, it should be quite fun to give a go. See how it is. Looney Tunes. He did do some good Looney Tunes games, to be fair. Ooh. Right, we're down to our last few games, but there is quite a few in here actually that I'm eager to show. I think I've saved a few best till last. So, Summoner. This is one of those games where I remember seeing that cover for years, just years and years, and yet never really saw anything on the game or never had the game, never played the game. But yeah, Summoner. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what you're doing in the game as such. But it looks a bit evil-like. Maybe it's sort of almost like religious type thing. Not religious as such, but you know, that kind of thing. So that'd be fun to try. Right, what have we got next? Scrabble. So I do like some of these like board games that have been put onto console. They don't all work necessarily, but some of them work really well. Like if you're going to play Scrabble, you're best off probably just using a board as opposed to playing with 4 people on a console. But yeah, I think I could have a bit of fun with this, even if it's just playing on my own sort of thing. It's just Scrabble. Yeah. I thought that might be quite cool. Actually, yeah, 1 to 4 player, which you would think. I'd be surprised if it just said it was 1 player. So yeah. Did I open it? Oh yeah, I did. So yeah, Scrabble. That'd be an interesting one, I think. Right, 4 left. Next one, Godfather. I think I'm close to getting most, if not all, the games possible that I could do a police chase on, so this was one of them. Like, never really watched the Godfather films or anything like that particularly, but as soon as I saw like, oh, there he is in the street, it looks like it's maybe slightly free roam and nicking cars and that kind of thing. Probably similar to like Mafia, because it was at that kind of time, was it? No, maybe not actually, but yeah, roughly kind of like Mafia, I reckon it'll be. And the fact that you can maybe do a police chase, etc. I always get confused with Godfather and Scarface. I don't know why. I know they're not that similar really, but I'm just going to move this as well to get a bit more light. Oh wow, look at that. Right, 3 left. War of the Monsters. I've heard about this from a friend. Other than that, I've not really... Well, I've never played it. I've seen a bit of footage. He said it was really fun. Looks like it's based, you know, looks very sort of old film type look to it. With the people there, and looks like King Kong maybe, and something. And yeah, you just battle it out as massive monsters in the city. And you can... I think you can destroy buildings and stuff, which is really cool because I do like my destructive elements in games. So that'll be quite fun, I reckon. Almost like imagining kind of like Smash Bros. Oh yeah, all the enemies you can, well, all the players you can choose here. Yeah, loads. I'll just take it out quickly. If it'll come out. Yeah, a few of the people you can choose to fight as, I guess. Don't know if that's all of them. Yeah, I think that might be all of them. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe there's some unlockable monsters as well. That'd be fun. Right, okay, down to our last two. So, Ico. Another game that I think came out. This was one of the. I don't know if it was one of the first games to come out on PlayStation 2, but it certainly was very early. And I think I had this on a demo disc as well. I'm playing it briefly, and I thought, like, I think at the time I wanted stuff more action-based and stuff, and more fast-paced. But looking back, I thought, yeah, this is a game I definitely think would be interesting to play if you had a bit more time on your hands, because it's sort of slightly puzzle-solving and, yeah, trying to find your way out. I think the general premise is that you're where are we? Yeah, you're this kid, and you're trying to help this girl to get to somewhere. But initially, you're like in I don't know what you call it. You're just in like a temple kind of thing, and you've got to get out of there. So I don't know where the story goes from there. Yeah, although it says a cursed boy lost in a place of shadows, a young girl consumed by sorrow and loneliness. So it sounds like he needs helping, but or maybe you're helping each other, I suppose, which is nice. So yeah, that'd be interesting to try, because I have played a demo of that, but not for years and years. Right, so last one, which I'm quite interested and intrigued to play this. Again, I'm pretty sure I had it on a demo disc at some point, and that's the most I've played of it. And that is Futurama. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's in great condition as well. And this isn't that cheap these days, this game. You're looking at about 30 or 40 quid, I think. Roughly. So yeah. I don't think it's not the best game ever, but I think it would be really fun. And apparently it's basically an episode of Futurama just in a game, which is cool. So there's cutscenes and stuff, so it plays out like an episode, which is really fun. Much going on in here? No. Seems to be a lot more black and white printed cases. I thought there was ones with colour in, or that they were only black and white if they were greatest hits or platinum. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try. Ooh. Have a look. Oh yeah, that was a good game as well, wasn't it? Never actually played that, but apparently that's really good. And that's quite expensive as well. Yeah, see, this is, well, it's not black and white as such, it's sort of faded to give it an effect. So I wanted to find a booklet. We've probably seen it already, but why can't I find one that's got a booklet that's got colour in it? They all seem to be black and white. Sorry, I'll zoom you out. I just want to do that now before we end the video. What? Literally find... Well, I won't keep going forever, but... It's really strange. I'm sure there's some booklets that are printed in colour in there. Well, we ain't finding it. I'm not going to go on forever, don't worry. Just thought I'd keep trying a few more. No, we'll leave it there. But I'm pretty sure there are some booklets that are printed in colour. I think I'll just take them off. So it's flat. There we go. Right. That's it, guys. That's that'll probably be possibly my last PlayStation 2 video, collection video. Because I really don't know if I'll be getting any more, well, enough to make a collection video on, basically. So we'll see how it goes in the future. Yeah. Hopefully I can do another one in the future, but I've definitely got enough games now to last me quite a while. And I already did before this collection video. So, yeah. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. And now we can get into some of these games as well. I don't feel like I have to wait until I've done the collection video. So that's awesome. So yeah, thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Might be one of these games as well. Cheers!